Welcome Libras. Welcome to Keykey's Doorway. Let's see what you and your soulmate have in store for November 17th to November 8th. I want to say 18th, but November 19th. Yes. Goddess, Mother, Ancestors. What does Mr. and Miss Libra will be experiencing? What actions will Mr. and Miss Libra Soulmate will be taking? Okay. All right. Okay. Masculine Libras, you and your soulmate have met in past lives in addressing food and hunger. Food and hunger. The grains are here, so that means it can be replanted. Food and hunger. Masculine Libras, when it comes to food, you know exactly how to make bread. You know exactly how to go after the things you want. When it comes to relationships, when it comes to work, when it comes to the things that you want personally in your life, yet it doesn't feel fulfilling, or it's like this bread. I'm getting this feeling like you have the bread, you know how to make the bread, but when it was time to eat the bread, you didn't like it. Either it was missing something, it was missing an ingredient, and you were trying to figure it out, like, what is it missing? What is it missing? And that's what you and your soulmate are contemplating on. What is missing to make this meal complete? What is missing that you know you can obtain to make this bread feel complete? Is it looks dry, does it need butter? What kind of butter does it need? That is like, butter is butter, yes, but at the same time it's not. You can have a synthetic butter, you can have, it looks like butter but it's not butter. I can't believe it's not butter. It's like you have so many options, yet which one really is real for you and your body? That's what that is. Like your vessel. Female Libras, you and your soulmate met in past lives, like your masculine counterpart, figuring out what feeds you. And what feeds you, Miss Libra, is the arts. When you're creative, whether that means writing, dancing, drawing, unlocking a math equation, science, anatomy, astronomy, time management, everything is considered art. But if you're into the arts in regards to instruments art, you're seeing how that is a remedy or another ingredient to help people feel full and nourished. Have you noticed how when you go to a restaurant, they always have music? And it's not just any music. They always put music that connects to the people. So that means that the manager or the person that's in charge of music would have to fill out the vibe, would have to look at the environment which the lounge, restaurant, or public arena is set up, so that way the music can match. So if you're wondering, Miss Libra, is bringing out who you are in the arts, is it going to nourish you? Well, the only way to find out, like your masculine counterpart and their soulmate, is to actually see. Whether that means going to a class, a workshop, a session. And it's interesting that this is in the reading of the Libras, because I'm physically starting to think of how to have the arts, because I'm connected to the arts immensely. How can I step outside, and this is an art to me. So how can I take this outside with me and becoming not only something that nourishes me but can nourish other people? Like food, like music. Both these things are feel good. Physically feel good, emotionally feel good. Physically changes your body, the way it makes you feel. Emotionally, when you're hearing the music, it changes even your actions and the way you want to go in life. So let's see why that is. Okay. Masculine Libras, you and your soulmate are in the second house of Taurus, which is just like me. Taurus ascended is Scorpio. So yes, you're in a house of self-worth and value. Self-worth, which is your identity, in the house of Aries, the first house. Self-worth ties also into your ego, which is also in the house of Aries. This is how Taurus obtained who they are. And then once they obtained it, they connected it to their value system. When you're doing that, it's going to connect you to source, which is all about zero. If you ever seen a meditation, if you ever gone to a meditation class, if you ever YouTubed and did meditation, because I also do meditation in Keykey's doorway. Whenever you get a chance, check it out. Masculine Libras. We normally say it's other vowels, but we normally say that is connected to source. In any culture, they'll say is connected to your father, to your source, to your maker. You're even your own maker, masculine Libras. And seeing that you're realizing you are your own maker, just like the source that made you, like the parents that made you, you're seeing what is that ingredient that's missing. And the way you're going to be doing that is by reviewing and evaluating the things that make you feel, have always made you feel not just physically fed, but like when we eat, we thinking it just emotionally feeds us. No. Yes, it emotionally feeds us. But I'm saying when we eat, yes, physically we get full. How do we know? Our stomach is big, right? And I teach music. And how I learned from my beautiful music teacher, Miss Randolph, when I was young, is she always taught, when you breathe, babies breathe, like the source. Babies breathe. They first breathe from their nostrils, right? And as they breathe, their stomach goes out like a balloon. When you inhale, right, your stomach naturally goes out. This is how babies have the perfect pitch, just like the female Libras are noticing. Just like when I was saying for the masculine, you see how both goes hand in hand. Music, what replenish you, masculine, has to connect to you, mind, body, and soul. You're seeing that now. So you're making favorable assessments of the facts. You're looking at what in your life for the past 20 years, past 20 days, have shown you that you have been not only seeking out the ingredient to make you feel whole emotionally, physically, intuitively, and financially, but you're seeing also how it can feel you spiritually. When you feel all those, like the 7th chakra, that's when we feel our most, not highest only, but we feel fed. We don't feel like we have to keep going outside of ourselves if we don't need to. Time to move in a new direction. That's what you're doing, masculine Libra. And you're getting reminded of that. Whether it's in your environment, whether it's in the food you're actually eating, is reminding you, I need to make a change. Whether you want to start a different food regimen, you're now getting the insight of how, when you were young to now, what were the foods that when you ate them made you feel full and it was healthy? What made you digest better? If this is in regards to emotions, you're knowing what it's going to take to be emotionally renewed, to feel replenished in everything in your life. Female Libras, you and your soulmate are becoming a trinity. The masculine, which is all about actions. We all take actions. You are feminine, so how you strategize first to make that action. And then again, your spirit, your heart, how you communicate that is going to be in the third house of Gemini. So, just like your masculine counterpart and their soulmate, you, Miss Libra, are right now maybe in great sadness. It could be in regards to, have you been expressing yourself creatively? Maybe you've been expressing yourself in other ways, but now you need to start communicating what really gives you fulfillment. What makes you feel full? What makes you feel full of love? What makes you feel full? And it seems like you're going to have to bring out that creativity inside of you. As you're bringing it out, it could be as simple as taking the time, whether it be for 30 minutes or for 3 minutes, throughout the time you feel of great sadness. Wow, this is definitely needed for me. So I'm definitely listening to this too. When you're in great sadness or confusion or feel like, are you going in the right direction? This is the time to be creative. I don't care where you at. I've done this and it's helping me, but I'm now going to start really implementing it to see, does it truly help throughout the day? I only done it for a minute to see, does it change my mood? It has, but I haven't figured out, does it help my mood throughout the day? So, whether it be for 3 minutes, express yourself creatively, whether it means dancing, whether it means humming, whether it means tapping to make a beat, whether it means rapping if you're a rapper, whether it means sculpting, whether it means drawing, whether it means writing, whether it means photography, whether anything that you consider art. This is going to be that moment to start physically and vocalizing why you do what you do. Because if you got to do this, right, people might randomly ask you, like, why did you just go and start dancing? Oh, well, I love to be creative, but at times I feel like it's only a certain time and place that you can be creative. Now I'm seeing that is not the case. It's my time when I feel I need this, because it really feeds me. It really makes me happy. And that's when people are going to recognize that the time to heal is now. You're going to be showing people by your actions and how you communicate, Miss Libra, that the need to forgive yourself and others is needed. And one way we have done that throughout history is through the arts. Whether you're an actor, actress, it does not matter. Whatever you do on your spare time, whatever has been a hobby for you, whatever's been a talent that you practice but you haven't openly wanted to practice, now's the time you're going to be doing that, and you're going to communicate why. Till we meet again, masculine and feminine Libras, know that you and your soulmate are finding the ingredient in which makes you feel successful in your life, makes you feel whole, makes you feel complete. Whenever you get a chance, I always leave a description, a paragraph on not just the reading, but in what ways you have been doing for yourself and what ways you have been moving forward, and even asking that next question and what you might want to do next. If you would like a personal reading or a question, that's also in the description box below. I love you, masculine and feminine Libras. We will see you on the other side.